This is a quick review on the Yisen wood bamboo charging station that I've purchased, and I hope I can go through the most important parts. So if you're thinking of buying it, you get to know more before doing so. As a customer, I can say that I'm extremely happy with my purchase. Let's go into the details. Hello, in all my reviews I give the pros and the cons of all items that I purchase. This charging station is actually proving quite difficult to find a con, but we'll go through all the details together. Now, what's in the box? It comes in a brown box. The presentation's fabulous. You can tell it's a quality product just as soon as you receive it from Amazon, really. Within the box, the bamboo charging station feels really high quality. The wood is first of its kind. The feel, everything, the smell, I just love bamboo items. It comes complete packed with all the protection necessary. You have the slots, you have the instructions, and you have some very clear labels. I guess it's in case you want to put some labels on the charging station. That's the yellow paper that you actually see on the left. I wouldn't dare to, because it's beautiful just the way it is, and I think that putting any labels to it whatsoever would actually damage the aesthetic of the item. So I would leave it just as it is, but if you want to, you've got the possibility. On the right is just to show you the size. It's rather compact. It's a slightly shorter than a Kindle. That's the, I think, series 5, and a bit wider. It's very compact, so it looks really sleek. Now on the left one, you see the charging ports. You have 2.4 amps charging ports, which is the fast charge. It would be equal to fast charging, and the most common ones 1 amp. Now I have to mention, and this is not a con of any kind, but just so you know, the output voltage and current in total is 6 amps. So that means that if you want to, you're going to be able to charge 5 devices at once, no problem. But if you want to charge fast charge 2 fast charge devices first, which equals to 4.8 amps, and then do the slow charge, because the maximum output this charging station can actually deal with is, as a matter of fact, 6 amps. So it's not going to be able to do the whole 5 slots at maximum power unless the specifications on the instructions is actually wrong. All in all, I have to say it's brilliant. I do put all my items, all my devices to charge at the same time, and I've had no problems whatsoever. But I just wanted to point that out to you. So on this picture, I just wanted to show you all the sides that the charging station has. I've already showed you the USB ports on one side. On the other side, you've got the input, so you plug it in. It comes with a 3-pin plug. The cord included, it's quite generous, so you're not going to have problems finding a socket to plug it into. And on the other side, you've got those little holes, which are like hexagons. That's actually for ventilation. So the power bank that's actually inside, it's well ventilated. It's for security. It goes with the design beautifully, and it's exactly what that's on both sides, by the way. On the same sides, both sides, so it's well ventilated. You know that the product is of good quality. Also, there's a light by the USB ports. We will show you when it's charging, so it's on or not on, which is great. So here you have the first way you can actually put your slots in. Now the slots are not hard to put in, but they are a snug fit. So it's the good way to have them, really. If the previous charging stations I have purchased, if the slots are too easy to put in, they're also, with time, they're going to start moving, they go sideways and they look awful. So they're not hard to put in, but they're a snug fit. That's a good thing. I just want to warn you. On this case, I have 5 tall separators in, 5 tall slots, and a short slot on the end. You can actually choose to have a short slot or a tall one, so you've got both options. I'll show you on the next picture. This picture actually shows what I was speaking about earlier. I have removed the shorter slot from the end and I've placed a taller one. So now I have all the 6 slots of the same height. It's great because at least it gives you that option for you to personalize if you want, to personalize it to your needs really. You only have one short slot, but it's there. So it's more than you get with any other charging station. I've purchased loads in the past and none have come with this option, so that's fantastic. Now on this one, first of all, do please excuse my daughter's Kindle. She likes to bite the end of it, of the case. I do apologize. Basically, I've tried to show you in detail. For normal Kindles, the slots are wide enough. For iPhones, phones, of course, you've got plenty of space. And your devices are going to be secure and well slotted in. Now, with the original Kindle case, for the parents like me, like myself, that we have purchased them, as we all know, they do come very wide. So on this picture, what I have done, I've taken off the last slot, not the small one, not the larger one. I've kept them both off, as you can see on the left, and I can still place my Kindle there. But if I would have put any of the 2 slots in, it would have not fitted. Now, I do have similar cases for my son's Kindle. He has a different one, not the Amazon Fire for Kids one, and that one does fit. But Fire for Kids case does not fit. It's too wide. This problem, so you know, you're going to find in 99.9% of all charging docks. Basically, it's just the case. But as you can see, if you remove the last slot, it still stands there. It's still safe, and you can still use it. There's a couple of more ways to use it. I will show you later on. I also wanted to tell you that I advise you to use the shorter charging cables as you possibly can, so the charging dock keeps nice and tidy. That's just a personal opinion though, personal tip. This picture I show you how I'm using all the slots available on my charging dock, and I also have 2 Kindles just placed on the side. They do kind of lean nicely towards the charging dock, and it's still nice and tidy in the unit that I have them in. On the right I also have my power bank, also too thick to put in between one of the slots, but there again I can just place it nicely on the side and charge it when necessary. So there's many ways you can actually organize yourself, and the charging dock is so beautiful. You can actually place it either way. It really looks very good and tidy. It does make a great difference. Okay, on this one, what I have done, I have taken one of the slots. So the Kindle on the left is actually using what would be 2 spaces. You can see I'm still charging 5 devices. One of them, yes, it's off the dock, the charging station. But as you can see, I still have 3 Kindles on the charging station and 1 phone. And that's all I had to do. I just had to remove one of the slots in the middle, because you can. And then you've got enough space even for the Kindle Fire original case, which, as we mentioned, is thicker. So there's another option. And so we all get to see the different options all in one, and it doesn't seem like just me blabbing about without making no sense, which can also happen. You've got the option to remove the slot and use 2 slots in one for some Kindle, the original Kindle case, which for kids, which is really thick. You can just simply remove the end slot and place it on top, as the picture on the right, or as on the lower picture, you can just put the items on the sides. And on my unit, it still looks very neat. I don't have cables everywhere. I don't have devices everywhere. I don't have my children putting devices on top of devices, which is fab. So it's really good. Another tip that I found that it's extremely helpful is to have magnetic cables. They're very easy to plug in. You don't need to keep putting in the charging slot. Just simply have your cable, put it towards your device and the magnetic field attracts them together. As you can see, all the devices have this kind of magnetic already on them, and it just makes my life so much easier. So all in all, this charging station needs to be a thumbs up. Basically, you can find on Amazon for around about this price tag or slightly lower other charging stations, they're not really charging stations, they're just a dock. So yes, they do organize the devices because you keep all devices together, but they don't have any power in itself like this one does. This one has 5 different charging ports. It has 2 fast charge, which is really difficult to find 2.4 amps charging ports like this one's. It's super bamboo quality. It comes extremely well packed, well presented, well ventilated, which is very important because that means it's going to last longer. It has the little light that shows you if it's actually in use or not. So all in all, it is a clear thumbs up. I would very highly recommend.